Welcome back to the Only Marathon benefiting the Trevor Project. Coming up now, our final run of this fantastic pets block, we have DemonicRobots running Lassie, any percent. Take it away.
All right. Hey there, everyone. My name is DemonicRobots, and welcome to Lassie. This is a European exclusive PS2 game where you play as the titular character Lassie here, and we're going to get started right here. This is going to be 6 levels of high, intense gameplay, and Lassie's on the trail. Basically, the plot of this game is that Lassie's 6 pups have been stolen by the evil Eddie Hines, and we got to go get them back through a series of challenges. First one, we're going to have to follow the truck where our litter was stolen, and timer's going to start when I skip this cutscene with amazing music. 3, 2, 1, go. So, you're probably wondering what is going to be the main tech in this game. It's going to be holding the analog stick forward. You're going to notice a lot of the times that the frame rate's dropping. Don't worry, that's not actually any tech issues on the stream side. This game just does not run very well. Not only does it run at 25 FPS, it cannot consistently run at 25 FPS. But there we go. There are 2 types of bones that we can pick up on our way towards the end of the levels. The first one that we picked up was that purple bone that was a speed boost bone. Gives us a burst of speed. And then there was also that bone right there, that blue one. That's kind of like a currency that we use in the game. We actually need 2 bones to pick up before the end of the run, which is pretty easy to grab on the way through, but we'll need that for the last level. But yeah, we're gonna grab another one right here. Basically, we're not actually following the trail completely. Normally the game wants to like loop you around this entire area while you're searching for your pups, but we do have some minor platforming coming up here. Let's see if I can nail this. It's really hard to explain how bad the controls are. It's not tank controls, but it certainly feels like it sometimes. But there we go, some really good platforming there. And now we need to run all the way to the rest of the level. Every level in this game has its own gimmick to it. There's a few of them that have different, like, you know, ways of doing it, but essentially a good majority of the time it's basically just get to the end of the level. And every single level is ended by finding your pup, so one of your puppies, and that is how you end the level, which is really good for us because we just need to get near them or get them to a certain threshold, so we can actually do a couple of skips because of that. But there we go, that is our very first pup, and the level should end when it runs over to us. Perfect. That is the first pup. Now we're going to be going after our second one. This game does actually have a little mini game though that we're not going to be utilizing, which you can actually like feed and train your pups. Unfortunately, you can't have them really do anything. They just kind of can be like trained for. But if that is something that you were interested in, then feel free to pick up this game and do that mini game as well. But we're heading on to the next level. What's a game without a snowboarding level? So we're going to be now snowboarding slash sledding our way down here. We're going to be avoiding the green patches because that will basically that's like rough terrain and that will slow us down. Also, don't worry, again, the frame rate drop is perfectly normal. This game does not like it when you hit multiple boosts in the same time, even though it gives you them, so you're kind of like wondering why it gives you them. Yeah, I'm gonna be very careful here. It's, again, really hard to control, but we're actually hitting some pretty good boosts, so this is actually a pretty fast run right here so far. And I got a little lost. This might be an issue. Yeah, we're gonna get reset, but that's all right. Again, very hard to actually control this level and basically everything going on right here. So that's kind of pretty much expected. For whatever reason, this game is, again, 25 FPS. Normally, most PS2 games run at 30, with very few exceptions. Like, I know that Metal Gear Solid 2 is one of the games that runs at 60 FPS on the PS2. This game runs at 25, and it likes to slow down a lot. How can a game that looks like this slow down? I have absolutely no idea, but here we are. We are getting some really bad lag. Again, this is not like my capture card or anything like that. This is just kind of how the game works. We're going to continue downwards over here. You also have to watch out for dead ends, because like I had happen right there. If you get a little bit too far in the wrong direction, you actually end up getting sent out of bounds, and that's not good. We also have to watch out for objects because we can take a little bit of damage because of that, and we need to watch out for the grass because that will slow us down. So hopefully we can avoid that as much as we can coming down here. Again, it's really hard to explain the controls. They're not very good. They're kind of like regular like 2D analog. However, there's a lot of times where you can't really fully turn in the best way because you have like full control where if you hold left, you'll go left. It's not like Resident Evil, but Lassie has to like turn to face that way. She can't side strafe, so also have to watch out for some danger ahead. We also picked up enough blue bones. We needed only 2 of them. We got 5, so we are going to be good for the last level. We will need those later on. Gonna get over this bridge. And there we go. We should be good to go for the rest of the level. And there is our pup. We're going to slide into it. Now, the game's going to freak out a little bit because we were just doing so amazingly well. That's just going to give us this white screen and hang on this for a couple of seconds and give us some weird audio stuff. Wait for it. There we go. It always likes to pretend like it's going to crash, and it's never actually crashed on me. I fear for the day that it actually does eventually, because I feel like that's going to happen. And just so you know, that's not my disc that does that. That's not like something that's wrong with it. That is literally just on every single copy of the game. It's great. But here we go. We are on the best level because it's the only one that we have any form of actual like glitch skip. And that is going to be Lassie rounding sheep. So we need to round up the sheep right here. We got some great music to encourage us to do so. Basically, this is the only level that we're actually going to have any like actual skip that is not dev intended. So we're going to be pushing these sheep into here. This first part of it's kind of boring. You just have to match the colors up, and the sheep are complete RNG, and their AI, how do I put this nicely, is absolutely terrible. They like to basically run in the exact opposite direction of where you are. However, this does mean that they don't really know how to path if there is something in their way. So because of that, we kind of have to babysit them and make sure that they don't get stuck on one of these fence gates. We will also need one of these sheep later on. I usually like one of them to be near that guy right there, because we're going to need to go to him after we get this yellow sheep in to continue the rest of the level. But we're actually going to be using one of these sheep to get out of the main pathing and get to the end of the level early. I also have to be careful here, because if you push the sheep in the wrong way, it'll run into the door, get stuck, and then this guy will get stuck on the sheep and you soft lock your game. So we're going to avoid all of that and be very, very careful here. We're going to be using this sheep over here as we wait for him to open the door. And be very careful. There we go. Once he opens the door, you're good, but I have gotten stuck there, and it's not very fun because it's literally a soft lock. You have to restart the level. But right now, we're putting this sheep over here. We're actually going to be putting them in a very specific spot, and we're going to jump onto them and then jump over this bush. So we'll see how long this takes. Again, very finicky trick to actually get. Oh, we almost got it first try. That's fine. I'm going to come back around here. Nope. I've actually never done this trick ever, or I've never actually done the intended way of doing this level. I've always done the trick, even on my casual playthrough, but it can be really finicky because the hitboxes are not exactly what they're supposed to be. Gotta get that wedge in the corner. Nope. Come on, Mr. Sheep. In the meantime, you get to enjoy this, at least this really good music. And yeah, this is one of those tricks that, like, you can get first try. There we go. You can get first try, or it can take a little while. But there we go. We skip having to put away the white and the blue sheep, and we go directly to our pup. And that is the level. Fantastic. So now you're probably wondering what the next level is. This level is a ode to Metal Gear Solid. In fact, I think it is one of the best stealth levels ever created in any video game ever. I can't think of any other better game. Splinter Cell, no way. Got nothing on it. Metal Gear Solid, like I said, not even close. But yeah, so that is going to be the next level. We're going to be stealthing our way through a massive garden with guards. And as you can see, you know, again, just amazing stealth gameplay. We're not going to talk about how the frame rate drops to about 10. But we're just going to continue on and pretend like that's not happening. So you see these hedge mazes. We can't jump over these. These guys can grab us though, but we are faster than them. They can also jump over the hedge mazes. but that's not a bad thing. They'll actually kind of run into it and then climb over, and that makes them like get slowed down. So typically it actually works in our favor because it means that we don't actually get caught, basically. But here we go, we have our pup. This is the only pup that we actually have to retrieve and lead somewhere. Normally the level ends the moment you find your pup, but we actually have to take this one out of here. So the thing is, the pup is really slow and it's very easy for enemies to get stuck in between them. So we want to kind of lead them on in a very specific way. Here we go. We want that guy to jump over so he doesn't catch us. Also have to be careful, like the goat or the sheep pathing. Oh, this is not good. Come on. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. It's all fine. I thought it was over. Those two gave us some very bad RNG. It's completely random for the guards, but we're good. We're safe. We made it out. Our pup is going to be following along here, and we are good. Easy every time. All right. That was one of the actual harder levels because, again, those guys are complete RNG, and like you saw there, if they touch our pups, it is over, and we have to go back, not to the beginning, but we have to go back to where we picked up our pup, which is, you know, slow, and as a speedrunner, I like to try and not be slow. But here we go, we are coming to another level. This one's very similar to the first one. It's just gonna be a run through. We're also gonna be looking down right here. The reason we're looking down is because there is a lot of lag in this tunnel. And because of that, we want to avoid losing our frames because that will cost us time. Because this is RTA and it slows us down. Thankfully, we don't have to spend the entire level. Oh, whoops, I fell right there, that's fine. We don't have to spend the entire level like a golden eye runner, but we do have to spend some time with it. In the meantime, however, after I get this jump right here, which I should be able to land with no problem the second time, hopefully. There we go. In the meantime, however, we actually do have time for a quick donation or message from the host.
Thank you very much. Yes, we have a $15.54 donation from Anonymous. No comment on that, but thank you. And a $10 donation from Namconade, our previous runner, who says, from both me and Mia, but especially from me from getting second place at the lure competition. Good luck to the other runners and have fun, y'all.
Awesome. We can do another one if we have any.
I just want to remind everyone, actually, that the Sonic CD soundtrack choice is going to be closing very soon because it is the next run in the event. So please do get your donations in if you want to change that one.
Awesome. And also, keep in mind that this level actually has some RNG to it. We got the good RNG, but there are two paths that can lead to where our pup is. We got I believe the faster one, actually, even though it doesn't feel faster because normally on the other path we get speed boosts, but it's a longer way of going around. Just want to mention, what kind of crystals do you guys think these are that they're mining in here? I feel like if Eddie Hines is able to get the dog trapped down here, he could just steal the crystals and make a lot more money than what he's trying to do with the pups, but you know, I'm not a businessman like him. But there we go, we find our puppy, and now we are heading over to the last level. This level is relatively frustrating because typically if you get here, you're on a really good pace and you can lose it to bad RNG, which is not very fun, but we should be okay, I think, chat. But here we go, we're actually going to confront the man who stole our puppies, the evil, insidious Eddie Hines. But first we're gonna need to use the power of friendship in order to do so. So what we're gonna do is we actually needed that currency that I mentioned earlier to offer a bone to these dogs, and they will be our friend. And the good thing about them being our friend is that they can actually help us with some switches later on. But we gotta do some running in order to get over there. Normally this is a huge maze that's actually really kind of difficult to navigate. I'm also taking wide turns because, again, if I take turns too sharply, the dogs will get stuck and we'll just run into a wall infinitely until you remove them. Here we go, gonna offer another bone to this one. He's gonna come along with us, and now we have 2 dogs, perfect. So now that we have that, we're gonna be heading underground right here. There we go. Again, don't want the turns to go too sharp, otherwise they like to get caught on those corners, especially the stairway right there, and right here as well. But they followed us along well enough that we can work with that. We lead them over here. So these are, you know, the classic, you know, something has to be standing on it in order for it to actually function. Now we have Eddie. Eddie is very slow, thankfully, but we need to lead him into a trap in order to save our pup. Hopefully this dog follows us and stands on the pressure plate in the right way. Perfect. Normally Eddie will like to follow us up here. However, it looks like he also got stuck on the stairway. Come here. Oh, no, there he is. He's on the rocks. That happens sometimes. It's all right, Eddie. You know, I understand that's hard to be, you know, a functioning human being when you're coded with relatively little time. But here we go. We're going to lead Eddie into a trap right here. He's going to fall down, and we can actually move during this cutscene using Eddie as a reference. But there we go. Going to drop down here, and we're going to be able to save our pup right now. Time.
GG.
There we go. Evil Eddie Hines has been defeated by Lassie, and not only that, he goes to prison. You know, kind of an interesting ending. Didn't expect that one. But just want to say thank you guys for hosting this marathon, and thank you for having me. I got one more surprise for you, Twitch chat. That's right, you. It turns out that you're actually in this game. If you didn't know, you are actually a character, one of the puppies in this game. The one that we just saved is named Twitch right here, and it even has a collar that matches the color of Twitch. So good job, everyone. You're in this game. You did amazing. You're awesome. Thank you guys so much for having me on. I appreciate it. If you want to follow me, I do actually better games than this one. You can follow me at twitch.tv/DemonicRobots. But I appreciate you guys having me on, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
Well, thank you very much, Demonic Robots. We've had a couple of raids during that run, so I just want to let everyone know, welcome. You are watching The Only Marathon, a speedrunning marathon in memory of our friend, The Only Kid, and we're raising money for the Trevor Project. We are on day 3 at the moment. We have just 7 more runs to go. And also, during that run, Demonic, we had a final $23.33 donation. Just says, nice, because we're now at $10,699.99. Thank you once again for that amazing run. That concludes our pets block. We're going into our third and final mini Sonic block now with Sonic CD 2011. We're running the Sonic Savior of the Planet category with Sonic Star. Don't go anywhere, chat. We will be right back.